Hi, I'm Sean.
I'm Gavin.
And we are the two sexiest members of the Blackout. Gavin's slightly more sexier than myself.
How's tour been?
Tour's been fantastic.
Too quick for my liking.
Yeah, it has been very, very quick. Like, we didn't think anybody would come. And it touched my heart. The people turned up to see us.
Tell us a little bit about how you approach this one differently.
We were in a pretty bad place, to be honest.
Merthyr Tydfil.
No. Start. My garage, freezing cold. No, yeah, we just split with management and label and found out we were in a lot of debt.
Yeah, and then after that, like after we left our label and our management, like Gavin said, we found ourselves in a ridiculous amount of debt that we were previously told didn't exist. So we were just like, oh, well, we don't think we can be a band anymore. We didn't think any labels or anything would probably want to touch us because it had been a while or whatever, and we weren't sure if we had a fan base anymore. All the money we made on Kickstarter went into the CD, the production, the videos, and getting the stuff made and sent out to people as well. So
we were kind of worried about it because we did the pledge like on two albums ago, Hope, and we kind of wanted that to be like a one-time thing, whereas a lot of the things on offer were one-time offers, and we didn't really want to go back and kind of like cheapen those things that we'd offered before, so we tried to keep it more like physical copies and that kind of like glorified pre-order really.
Yeah, sure.
At this time round, like we did a couple of in-house acoustic shows and stuff, but
what was that? With the hands in?
that's acoustic.
That's an acoustic house show. If anyone's ever wondering what the deaf and is for acoustic show, that's it. I think really, if you're in charge of your music, you can be whatever you want to be. Like, one of our favourite bands is Faith No More. Like, you can't really limit Faith No More to what they can do. They can do stupid metal, like yeah, and then go to like Commodores and Bee Gees covers and just nail them and just do pop songs. And I think that's something that's so good about us, is that everyone's music choice is so diverse within the band.
I think you're only kind of limited by your vision of where you want the band to be, really. Like, we could have just stayed writing the same songs from the first EP that we've ever released, but we'd find that boring. And
because we did a video in Ibiza and we looked happy and drunk on a boat. People were like, how dare they be drunk and happy? I want them to be crying and hating themselves.
If you go through every one of our albums, they're all different, but still the Blackout. Mm-hmm. So I think as long as you kind of still draw from your original inspirations and kind of stay true to yourself and make the songs that you want to hear, you'll always be that band, whatever sort of type of music you do. So
I remember where I was the moment I wanted to start a band. The first gig I ever went to was Stereophonics in Morpher Stadium, and I thought, these boys live 10 minutes away from me, and there's like 50,000 people here to see them. This is amazing. The second gig I ever went to, I saw Lost Prophets play to 250 people in Blackwood Miners Institute, and they were running on, and I'd never been to like a mosh pity, like a alternative gig before. Like, I'd been to see Stereophonics, but by that time they were like a indie pop crossover. And I saw them spitting on the roof and climbing on people's heads and swearing, and I was like, I can do all of those things. I love jumping on people. I love spitting. I can swear like a sailor on command. I can just do it whenever I want.
Sometimes I don't even want to do it, I do it.
Yeah, sometimes I just do it for the sake of swearing. Yeah, and then Chocolate Starfish came out by Limp Bizkit, and I was like, yes, swearing and rapping, sold. This is what I'm going to do now.
How many times did he say the F? Oh, that's how many times
he said 48 times in the one song. Yeah, 48 times in one song.
Didn't you guys get to tour with them?
Yeah, we did. We got to tour with them in 2009, and it's one of the best experiences of my life.
Was the guitarist back by that point?
Wes was in them, yeah. Yeah, he'd spend 2 hours every day putting makeup on. Imagine how dead, like, I got annoyed yesterday that I had to wash my hair before a show, right, and dry it. I was like, oh, I suppose I better give them what they want, which is clean hair. 2 hours every day he spends painting himself up. You're too dedicated, son. You're too dedicated.
Not to mention taking her off after a show.
Yeah, and then he uses...
The first thing you want to do when you get off is like sit down and have a beer and just go, oh, that was wicked, and kind of just chatting about it and stuff. And he's like, no, I gotta get this shit off.
And he uses baby oil to get off.
Yeah.
So his skin, you can't hug him because you'll slip straight off him. Whoop!
Like that.
Bar soap.
Slip biscuit, if anything.
In South Wales in general, they're all made up of these small old mining towns that have had the arse just fall out of them when money went. And it's either you drink, do drugs, or you do something else like football or rugby. And for us, it was music.
It's not it's all four for me, but
so it's definitely that kind of thing of like, you'd look forward to the weekend because there was a good music scene there. So that was your vision for the weekend, was going out to the local rock club and you'd see local bands play in and you're like, oh, we could have a go with this. And then your time spent rehearsing and just writing songs and kind of figuring everything out. It's definitely born through boredom, I think, more than anything else. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And I think, there seems to be like a great songwriting, I guess a songwriting ability in the water or something in Wales, because for a while, like, Wales was churning out the best bands in the UK, I think, song-wise, anyway. So yeah, I don't know what's going on in Wales, but we're all trying our best to get out, I think. So luckily we found the M4. Yeah. Not many people find the M4, but that's the thing, you have to pay to get back in. That's the worst bit about it. So I'm like, I got to go home to Wales and pay to get in.
So many Welsh people in Bristol, they can't get rid of them.
Yeah.
They can't get back. They can't afford to come back.
Yeah, we're so...
They live here, but what do you mean? You've got to pay to come back.
I'm going to have to swim across here. No way, but no way. I'll wait you till our bridge is closed. We headlined the Roundhouse in Camden. We're one of only 4 unsigned bands to ever sell out the Astoria.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Woo!
It's like
The Darkness, Enter Shickery, and a band called Ned's Atomic Dustbin, which is the best name in that group of 4, I think.
What's the furthest you guys would have taken the music up on?
We've done Japan, Australia.
Australia's probably the furthest, isn't it?
Yeah, Australia. There's talk of us maybe doing India.
Really?
Yeah,
Right.
which will be a laugh.
That's insane.
Yeah, because I've got an Indian friend who's never been to India, but swears he's Indian. He's Welsh. He's half Welsh, right? His mother's Indian, his father's Caucasian, but he swears he's Indian. He's not at all. And I'm like, I'm going to India, and he's like, he's furious that I'm going before he is. He's furious.
When you bring him with, look up his heritage.
You can't bring Jack.
If you guys is there anybody you could collaborate with,
Dead or alive? Alive, please, because otherwise they're...
It's going to be a one-way thing, really.
Yeah, if they're dead, they're not going to collaborate with us. Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury, Pharrell.
Pharrell.
That nearly happened once.
No way.
Yeah,
That would have been nice.
yeah, he mentioned it, and then we spoke a couple of times about it happening, and then he had a baby. But yeah, that nearly happened, which is mine. Like, we're 6 scumbags from Merthyr Tydfil, South Wales, and we befriended Pharrell. On Wales Online, it's a website where they amount to 50 sexiest men in Wales. I'm breaking English, Joe. It's very good. It's right. He beat Steve Jones. Do you know Steve Jones? Which is the big Welsh. He's a kind of how do you describe it? He's beautiful. He was shagging Van Anderson for a bit.
I know, he was doing...
See that then? Jack Van Anderson. I know everyone Van Anderson slept with. Steve Jones.
My car can't take these off, and I'm actually Jared Butler already. Not really.
Oh, he's a cat.
No, it's not.
I remember my mother trying to have the sex talk with me.
Really?
No, not that she.
Was
No,
that
no,
Christmas
no.
as well, or?
No, not that she wanted sex with me. Oh no, this is going downhill fast. No, I remember her sitting down and saying willies and flowers, and me just laughing. Like, I know.
I was talking to someone the other day, and they said their child Googled, "Is Santa Claus real?" And they were like 8, and they found out that way. And I was like, no, it's the worst.
It's your worst job either of you ever had?
I've only had 2 jobs prior to this. I was in McDonald's with Gavin, which was a laugh, smelling of bacon grease. And I remember once I went to a Halloween party in our local rock club, and I was working till 9, and then I went to the toilet and got painted up as Wes Borland. I didn't take 2 hours, I only just did my head, and then wore a black t-shirt. And terrified all the members of staff because it was like Limp Bizkit were kind of underground at the time. So yeah, I remember terrifying those workers. And then me and Gavin also worked in Castle Bingo together as well.
At one point, 2/3 of the Blackout worked in the same bingo hall as me, Sean, guitarist Matthew, and our bassist Reese. Trying to get nights off for a gig was a nightmare.
Yeah. I also remember I quit because one of the tiles was broken in the ceiling, and when they replaced it with the exact same tiles they already had, it was bright white and all the others were really, really dark yellow because it was pre-smoking ban. And I was like, if it's doing that to the tiles, it can't be doing good to my lungs. So yeah, I had to leave, and then luckily for me, the band started doing all right.
Any thing you guys, movies you watched, books you've been reading, albums you listen to?
Reading? None of us can read.
What the hell's a book? I got one of them iPads. I don't need one of them books. I'm currently enjoying D'Antford's album Donker Mag, South African rap rave duo.
Just quickly, what's next for you guys coming up?
Suicide.
Yep. Straight off the 7.
Yep, yeah. Because we can't afford to go across the bridge, we're going to have to go off the bridge. So probably that. Well, if you think of every band that's ever been created, right, I reckon 98% of bands never do anything. Like, you know, they're just made and there's the hope that you can go out and tour. Like, most bands don't even get to tour. They get to play random shows in a pub or whatever. And we never, ever, ever thought we'd make a CD. We just thought, oh, let's just play live. Let's try and be the best live band we can. Let's rip off all the other live bands that we've seen. Let's take those bits. And here we are today on like our 6th CD or something stupid. Oh, I don't know how this has happened. It blows my mind every day waking up.
Who's done?